Yes, people. Waffled on in the building with my boy Tony Claude Gunner in the building. We've got a new show that we're starting today called Black Cannon. And this is going to be hopefully a show that we're going to be doing week upon week upon week. Bro, how you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Let's get the intros out the way, innit?
See ya, people. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, people, I'm back with the Waffle Don. How about that? See ya, people. Yeah, the Waffle Don has been around. The Waffle Don has been around. It's been doing shows. I've not been in it, but people, I'm back. My brother, we talked through and we said, you know what? Yeah, we've actually outgrown Angry Goonies and we want something new, something fresh, something that will make us, tap into what's really going on and with the evolve. We just came up with that Black Cannon. He actually came up with it. I just ran with it. So people, you're welcome to the Black Cannon, people. Yeah, you're blessed to actually witness the first episode of this show. And of course, like my brother, the Waffle Don said, it's the first of many episodes to actually roll in. So people, just sit back and enjoy this 1 hour, 20-minute show we'll be dishing out to you guys today. And the Waffle Don, I mean, you were on holiday. I mean, you traveled, everything doesn't have to be, punchline football, wow. Sometimes we have to give thanks that, you traveled, you experienced what you experienced, and then you're back. How about that?
Yeah, definitely got away and stuff like that. Very good. Yeah, it was a nice holiday, but the anticlimax came at the end. I'm not really going to go into too much, but obviously I've lost, a real close family member. Last day of the holiday, phone call, so there's the highs of the holiday and then the lows straight away, when you're like on the last day and you're flying back and you're just thinking. So I'm a bit, obviously I'm streaming my boy, I'm saying, so I'm good in it. And we're going to tackle quite a few subjects today, which I love tackling subjects, but obviously in the back of my mind, that is there. I didn't want to tell you straight away because I wanted to obviously talk about it. I'll just mention it on the stream while we're hearing it, but we'll speak obviously offline as well after the show and stuff like that. But I'm good though, man. I'm good. And talking in terms of Arsenal now, I just want to quickly go back to last year, quickly, just to refresh your memory.
Okay.
Arsenal weren't in a good place last year. We were angry. We didn't know what direction Arteta was going in. We couldn't see the woods from the trees, or however they say that expression. We couldn't see that our team was getting over the line. We saw Liverpool, without very little effort, win their second Premier League title, and we just thought, at the end of the season, I felt depressed, my brother. I felt depressed. I really didn't want to speak about Arsenal. But fast forward to this season, you've seen a change in your posture, in your mood, the way you watch games, and the way you see the manager, the way you see the players. Is there a different type of vibe with you? Because we can all do and we're going to get into this, Tony. Because me and you, Tony, when we talk, it's not for entertainment purposes. Well, some of it might be, but there's
some of it might be. Yeah.
There's also that line where we're honest. We don't do things to be for the masses to impress them. We talk our truth, and if we see something that we like, we say we like it. If we see something we don't like, we will talk on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
In terms of like your feeling this season, obviously 9 games in, 7 wins in the Premier League, 1 loss, obviously 1 draw to the top teams that we're competing against. EFL competition, 2-0 win yesterday. Quite impressive in the second half, I thought. What's your feelings towards the season? What is your feelings towards the season at the moment?
Big up to you, my brother, the Waffle Don, and that's why I like doing shows with you. We speak through the heart down here. And that person that makes me feel that way is BBK Sports. BBK Sports is that kind of guy that I could just, sit down and just talk the way I'm chatting with you. I could just literally be myself and talk from the heart with him. Shout out to BBK Sports. He's in my chat anyway. He says, big ups, I rate stuff, big up to all this legend that down there in the chat. Yeah. Warren Team Talk is also down here. Big up to Warren Team Talks. See, it's clear, it's simple. One message I've been spreading mostly at the start of the season is Arsenal have the minerals to actually go on and win this title. Yeah. The only thing I was really waiting for was to see the summer transfer window. That was the only conviction I was just only waiting for. Yeah. That would convince me about the trajectory where Arsenal is going to. And when I confirmed what I needed to confirm from Andre Berta, it was all I needed to know. Deep in my heart, I already knew we already had a title winning team. And again, there were some confusions here and there when Liverpool actually signed Isaac, because Isaac was that striker that I felt, oh, okay, he's that kind of guy that I just feel like would slot into that number 9 slot that we've always wanted. He's always firing on all cylinders. He's a 20-goal striker any given season. He's that kind of guy, you would like to fancy to being your traditional number 9 and holding of players. Maybe not necessarily building up play, but he could hold up centre halves. He could run the channels if you want him to, and he could get you goals. When we didn't get him, I was like, oh my God, who are we literally gonna get, in this summer transfer window? And then when we were going for Gyökeres and Sesko, and then it later became a drawn out situation, I was just gunning for Victor Gyökeres. Immediately we got him. Deep in my mind, I said, Arsenal have just acquired a striker that could literally score, that has literally actually scored 100 goals in 2 seasons, more than 100 goal haul in 2 seasons. One of the most potent strikers you will find out there. And I just felt like that would be that particular thing, that particular oomph that you just need in your team to complete that jigsaw. We've always been saying it. You've been saying it. I've been saying it. We always needed that person to just be in that number 9 spot and do his thing. He hasn't started firing on all cylinders right now, but he's shown moments of brilliance that makes me know that he'll chime in. He will chime in. If our attack is not really this potent yet at this time, we are not moving on an 80% effective rate to which we know this team could be right now. And we're getting goals from the general contribution of the team. Arsenal is the most, that's why I keep saying this, Arsenal is the most complete team in this season, the most complete team. I mean, we have a whole corpus of players who are actually getting in and scoring goals. We have a whole corpus of players who are actually helping out in our defense, helping out in our midfield. We've not gotten the right, just the right click yet, but you do sense it whenever we play that. When we get to that point, when we get to that crescendo, this Premiership teams might not hold us back. And that's why when we're enjoying the position that we're enjoying right now, and I just feel we deserve it. Not only because we have spent lots of money, but the fans have suffered a whole lot. So I think this is our season, Waffle Don. It is our season. And then when you look at other teams around, I mean, at the start of the season, I knew many folks that swore that Liverpool have already won the title even before kicking the ball. I mean, I always have a problem with this kind of things. I mean, BBK Sports said Liverpool has actually will win the trophy. I mean, that was before the season started. That they would win the league already. People already gave Liverpool the win, and for me, that's very embarrassing. When you are a spectator of the Premier League, yeah, I mean, and you see your friends, you see podcasters, you see everyone in the media already dishing out the title to Liverpool at the start of the season already, even without even kicking the ball at all, without even seeing if Virtue they brought for big time money would actually acclimatize with the team, integrate with the team. That, right now there's lots of stars in that Liverpool team. We were told they were gonna cook, and man, they are not cooking. Liverpool ain't cooking. Look at their league position right now. They've been bundled off the EFL Cup by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have been them twice in as many as how many games this season. People, yeah, it's clear as night and day. Liverpool were the team to actually smack us up this season, but Arsenal have been able to break. We've broken the spirit. Let's get that correctly. We've broken the spirit. Arsenal is favourite in everyone's mouth. I mean, we'll get into that later on, yeah. But when you look at every major podcast out there, when you look at every major, I'm talking of rivals alike, yeah. Everyone has it on their lips that Arsenal is more than favourite. I'm not even talking of the bookies right now. I'm just talking of YouTubers that speak out of their mouths, speak out of the back of their heads, speak through their eyes. I mean, these guys have literally turned. Well, human beings, yeah. Human beings change, bro. And it's just in a snap of the fingers, all of them. What I'm just hearing right now, and everyone, I always say that Arsenal is going to win the title. Bro, I've even heard, I might be wild, yeah, people, yeah. But one thing I've not said is Arsenal is the best team in the world. Bro, even from rivals, I'm hearing that Arsenal is the best team in the world. Waffle Don, these are the things I'm hearing. I'm hearing we're going to win the league, unnecessary pressure being thrown at us, and we have to constantly prove these people wrong every given time. Yeah? Couple of matches ago, they were all talking about, set piece FC, Connor FC, Connor. You know what, yeah? Arsenal scored 2 open play goals yesterday. I mean, bro, what's all this argument about? You said?
No one's gonna mention the open play goals though yesterday. No one's gonna talk about that.
I mean, Arsenal scored 2 open play goals. Yeah, against Brighton. Not that it's even against Minos per se. Yeah, or like not like you're playing maybe Millwall or Swansea. No, you're playing against a full-fledged a Premiership side in Brighton. On a given day, they could spaz on you. So it's only good that we have to consistently this season prove the doubters wrong, and that's what I want because I'm an Arsenal fan. You have to prove the doubters wrong. You have to win games. And again, one thing we're doing this season that I would also like you to shed light on, because it's the Black Cannon, is the way we're winning this game. Yeah, we're winning ugly. And if there's one thing me and the Waffle Don have always talked about, it's about winning games by all means necessary, people. So what do you think? We're winning games the ugly way. It doesn't have to be beautiful football, and at the end of it, you get smacked up by Fulham away from home. It's no longer beautiful football, and then you get smacked up by West Ham in your own backyard. It's no more beautiful football, and then you stink up the place in Northumberland against Newcastle. So I don't know. What do you think? Would you take this ugly football would you take this ugly, very ugly Ateta ball right now, but at the end of the day, win the war and win the league? I don't know. What do you think?
100%. Totally, I'm taking ugly football to win our Premier League. I'm just sick of the narrative of people talking about performance this, performance that. You know, there was a time where, you know, Liverpool were playing well, you know, scoring how many goals? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and yeah, they've won the Premier League twice in the last how many years? 5, 10 years. And yeah, they played beautiful football, but you know, they were going up against, you know, a very good City team as well, around those times. But what's important to me is winning trophies, and I don't care right now how we go about getting to the end. I don't really care as long as we're winning games. Ugly, as you said, I don't care. A lot of people say, well, we can't sustain this and stuff like that. Well, that's for the manager to worry about. That's for the manager to worry about. So far, you know, we've played 9 games, or is it 9 games? Yeah, it's 9 games, isn't it? We played 9 games. It's going to be game week 10 this week. Everyone's going to always have something to complain about. Everyone's going to moan about something. Now, I get that a lot of Arsenal fans, because look, I'm looking at Warren's comment here, and I think a lot of fans, I'll just start this as well. I think a lot of fans know what these rival fans are up to as well, because as much as they say, turn around and say, oh yeah, Arsenal going to win the league and all that, it's part of the mimic as well, because they're waiting for the huge fall. They're waiting for the huge fall. So they say all these things. Arsenal looking scary. Look at your boy Terry Flewers and all these guys, yeah, making big money from us, yeah, saying all of these
things. Talk about it, Wakudo.
Saying all of these things that Arsenal are scary, you know, Arsenal are the best team in the world. All of these men are saying this, and all of you guys, I'm not saying all of you guys in the chat, I say all you guys are flocking to these men, yeah, and giving them the views, yeah, because these men, as soon as they say that, one loss, Arsenal the worst team, Arsenal got the worst GA, Arsenal this, Arsenal that, and me and Tony, we're being looked at like nothing. You guys are nothing, yeah. You guys have nothing. So to answer your question again, we need to win a trophy. It's been 5, nearly 6 years that we've actually won a trophy now. Yeah, who cares about performance, bro? Yeah, we're very good at what we do right now, and isn't that what you do? You know, when you're very good at something, it's called consistency. Yeah, when you're consistent, you're very good, and you keep doing the same thing. You're consistent, and we keep winning and keep winning. Then it's good. Yeah. Why are people preempting the future and saying, what about if this doesn't happen and, you know, it's not sustainable? How do you know? They have to wise up. It's going to take a season for these guys to wise up on what we do. They're not going to work it out. And there's going to be teams that are going to be very good defensively against us. But there's going to be teams that are consistently not going to be able to handle the set pieces. But we don't just score set pieces. We don't just score set pieces. We might not score 3, 4, 5 goals a season, but where has that got us in the last 3 seasons? What have we won in the last 3 seasons? Playing expansive football.
Nothing.
Now, you might not like the manager. I get that. You might hate the manager. You might. This is what I'm saying as well. Yeah. A lot of us as fans, yeah, I think I'm gonna say this honestly, yeah, I don't really business, because you know me, I say what I want to say, innit? I say what I want to say. A lot of the fan base, yeah, are quite tapped, as in my opinion, because if the manager does something well, yeah, it's almost like you don't want to compliment him, innit? It's almost like you don't want to compliment him. This season so far, apart from the Liverpool game and maybe the Man City game. Yeah,
maybe the Man City game.
yeah, and maybe the Man City game. Yeah, where we, obviously we clawed that back. Yeah, we could have lost that game.
Yeah.
You're still crying about certain things. No, what I'm saying is the league isn't won after 9 games, bro. You don't win the game. You don't win the trophy after 9 games. It's a season where, if you're a coach and you've coached, I know you coached and everything, Tony. Yeah, you have to be adaptable in a season. Yeah, you can't just like every game is the same. You know what, we set up this way. Games are going to change. Yeah, you're going to have players that change. Players are going to be injured. You're going to have weakened teams. You're not going to be setting out the same 11 every week. Yeah, so you're going to see the levels drop. Look at yesterday. Yes, look at yesterday, the first half in the Brighton game. The levels didn't look that great, but in the second half, the mentality shone through. Yeah, Ethan with a goal, Saka with a goal, because we have players that can win games. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, this rhetoric to consistently just be cussing all the time, because it's boring, to be honest. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I've been watching football. I've been watching games recently. Yeah, and I've not felt that stress. I've not felt that stress. I felt comfortable. You know, like, all right, we might not be playing well as well at the time, but I believe that we can win these games. Can we win a title? That's another question. That's another question. Can we win a title? And I understand that the fan base are like, well, we've not been there for years. I understand that. Yeah. But it's a journey. It's a journey. Yeah, it's a journey. It's a marathon. Yeah. And at the moment, after the 9th game, we're looking quite decent right now. I don't know what your thoughts are about that, because I feel sometimes the fan base just go a little bit over the top. But that's my
yeah, definitely. See, what for done? I mean, you've said a whole lot of things, so I have to unpack. I have to unpack most of them, but I'll start from the bottom straight to the top. I mean, we've been called Corner Kick FC. We've been, big light has been shone on Arsenal due to the avenues that we're using to actually score goals these days. An ESPN report some seasons back, when Liverpool won the title, with the same journalist, actually said, big up to Alderman, Ron Jeremy. He said, big up to Aces, Warren TV, all these guys on my channel. Big up to you guys, and of course, BBK Sport, all of them. Big ups to them, God bless you guys. Everyone in the media out there calling us Corner Kick FC, saying all these, hurtful words for us, When Liverpool won the title a couple of years back, there was an ESPN piece that came out and said, oh, Liverpool have devised means of using set pieces to win the title. And that same journalist, just a couple of weeks ago, actually said that Arsenal using corner kicks to actually score goals is very, very boring. I mean, see, I don't want to say that I'm correct in everything, but sometimes we need to put things into perspective. This is what I always tell most of the people I talk football with. Put things into perspective. If Liverpool have won the title before, actually literally scoring set piece goals, what's actually wrong with Arsenal actually scoring with set pieces? There is completely nothing wrong there. And again, we're talking as if set pieces isn't part of football. It's actually part of modern day football per se. If you're good at it, why not flaunt it? And this is what I told my guy at BBK Sports. Arsenal this season have perfected our weapons of mass destruction. What I meant by that, because sometimes people just look at, you look at the surface Yeah, and you don't really spend time to unpack, what's beneath the surface. Yeah, I said that. That's part of our, of our warfare. But that's what we have in our armory, bro. If we have Pito is in the house, it gives me $5. It says, "Big up Tony and the Waffle Don. Hit the likes and subscribe to both of these legends." Pito 316 is a legend in my on my channel. Big legend. He thinks that this is Arsenal's year, and he's not even an Arsenal fan. No, no. See, Waffle Don, Pito 316. He's not an Arsenal fan. Yeah, man supports me. Man motivates me. Man has told me. He said, "You know what? Yeah, I think this is Arsenal's year." Yeah. So if rival fans out there are actually really seeing what Arsenal is this season, people, I mean, then who are we, bro? I have not seen a coordinated effort in the media, yeah, where everyone in just 9 games are saying that Arsenal have the minerals to actually just win the league outrightly, bro. I've not seen it this quick. I've not seen it this coordinated. I mean, you will still see some incendiary spaces, yeah, where some set-in fans will say, "I don't think Arsenal will bottle it. Arsenal will bottle." Bro, I'm seeing a coordinated effort, yeah, within podcasters, maybe apart from some certain critical Arsenal fans, yeah. But rivals, I mean, everyone are changing their tune. Everyone are changing their tune and saying Arsenal is the best in the world. Arsenal will actually win the title. But again, you have to give credence to some of what they're saying. What makes Arsenal particularly scary this season? It's not even in our prowess in that we're scoring set piece goals. Throw that all away. It's not even in that. It's in that we are not conceding goals, people. I mean, I hate to explain this all the time. You cannot win a team. People, let me rephrase this. You cannot beat a team that isn't conceding goals. Wrap your head around that just for a little bit. You cannot beat teams, yeah? You cannot win a team that literally doesn't concede goals. And that's where the cake is there for us, the Waffle Don. You can talk about what Arsenal have done a couple of seasons ago, what we've bottled it. I completely accept those facts. But, even within those seasons, Arsenal did concede goals. Even if we did have technically one of the best defenses in Europe, we still conceded goals. In the FA Cup, we conceded goals. We're only checking what we considered in the Premier League. No, you don't use it and run away. You also have to use the statistics from the Carabao Cup, where we conceded goals. In the FA Cup, where Man United, dusty Man United, still beat us up. So we still conceded goals, even in the Champions League. But you know what? Yeah, all season, Arsenal have only conceded 1 open play goal. Bro, in all competition, bro, it is now scary. It's now one of the best defenses on steroids right now. I give you something to run with, Abs. This season is Arsenal's best defensive start to the season since our football club was created. I'll help you for you to be able to better wrap your head around it. Once again, I'll repeat that. This season is Arsenal's best defensive start to a season ever since this club was ever created. In other words, since the inception of Arsenal Football Club, this is Arsenal's best defensive start to a season. Bro, you can imagine a season where we're not even considering open play goals. I used to remember, even if we did have a good defense 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, we still considered goals through open play. Bro, I can count the amount of open play goals we've scored that's been conceded by this Arsenal team. And you know what's even more scary is when you watch the game against Brighton yesterday, when 2 of our major centre-back that has given us the props out there as one of the best defensive partnerships out there in the world, the best defensive partnership in Europe, Two of them were not there when we started against a full-fledged Premier League side yesterday in the Carabao Cup. People, Mosquera in, Nkape in, Ricardo Calafiori, our starter this season, wasn't down there at left back. Benjamin White was called in to do a job in place of Jurrien Timber, who I like to pride myself in saying is the best right back we have right now in Europe. I mean, talk about Hakimi all you want. The skill set of Jurrien Timber says it all. It's quick, it's fast, it's a monster. Physically, he's hyper. I mean, he's imperious. Defensively, he's great. You know, you can have him tucked into that right back position. Don't move out. Good. You can have him as a flying wing back. See, bro, most fullbacks right now, yeah, you can count a handful who are very, very effective in defending and effective in going forward. I mean, sometimes these days you can find those ones with the right balance of defensive, you know, and of defensive and offensive play. But bro, you cannot deny at this position, you can't deny at this time that Jurrien Timber isn't kicking the asses offensively and isn't even kicking it even more further defensively. I can actually, bro, I can't remember any time that Jurrien Timber has actually given a 70 over 100 performance. His performances for the Arsenal has always been 95, 100. Bro, you can't count him out. So if against Brighton, yeah, we dropped all our back four, our regular back four in our first 11 that we've been using throughout the season, and we still had that defensive solidity, come on, man. That has to count for something. It's not a trophy on its own, but you need to win these games before you can win trophies in it. You have to beat Brighton in EFL Cup before you go to the quarterfinals. I mean, that's the thing. People could say it's just 9 games. I hear you. Have we been in this position before? Technically, no, but I can understand if you say we've been in this position. But we've been in this position this season with a difference. And you know that difference? Andre Berta. When he went in the summer and said, you know what, yeah, I'm going to go bring in Nkape. I'm going to go bring in Eze. I'm going to go bring in Zubimendi. I'm going to go bring in Nordgaard. Nordgaard started yesterday. It's not the best in the pack. We all know this, yeah. But it's good to have some in form of numbers down there that you could call on just to quieten, the rumors of injuries we have out there. Arsenal's been ravaged by, bro, don't forget the fact that we've been ravaged by injuries this season already. This season already, we already have Odegaard out. This season, Saka was out for quite a bit. Madueke was already completely banged out and out for a couple of weeks now. Although I heard that it's ahead of schedule, he's coming back soon.
Nordgaard was injured. Nordgaard was injured.
Nordgaard was also injured, people. And people just completely forget these injuries yet. Bro, even I think Martinelli was even out for some time. This season. Despite these injuries. Yeah, of course, Havertz is still out. Come on, guys. Havertz is still out. Bro, we still have Gabriel Jesus is totally banged out, knocked out, bro. We don't even know when that man is coming out. So, when you factor all these things into play and see how the squad is being managed right now, you just have to call a spade and say, you know what, yeah, despite all these injuries, despite everything, yeah, despite all the old rivals saying Liverpool was going to win the title, even before they kicked the ball this season, and Arsenal are where they are, and Liverpool are obviously where they are. That should count for something. And again, I told BBK Sport this thing when I had a show with him a week ago. I told him, I said, BBK Sports, look at perspectives this season. And Wafudon, you're a smart guy. You're one of the smartest guys I know out there. You can factor into this point too. Bro, Newcastle derailed our season last season. We didn't win a title because they also took points away, away from home in St. James Park. We go there this season. We will right those wrongs. We get 3 points. Tap, boom. We come back to London. good and okay. If you don't really believe in all those things, no problem. Look no further than West Ham that came down to our own home at the Emirates and took points away from us last season. You know what? Yeah, Arsenal did them dirty, won the game, 3 points in the bag. That's the second team this season, last season that took away points from us, derailed our season, that we've actually gotten revenge, blood for blood, this season from. Good. If you don't really believe in these coincidences, yeah, maybe your third one would, make you think further. Fulham took away points from us last season, people. Yeah, we've never had good days at Craven Cottage. Bro, that's out that stank out there in Craven Cottage. I can't really remember the last time that we had joys in Craven Cottage. And during the Invincibles era and slightly after that, we used to enjoy our times at Craven Cottage. In fact, I used to like going to Craven Cottage most of the time because I knew that Fulham is that team that would just completely smoke out of the park and just win games. Going down there is a scary team now. For the past 4 seasons, it's hell on earth to actually go to Craven Cottage and get even a point. Yeah, we went down there to Craven Cottage and got 3 points, and we came back, people. Now, that's 3 teams that actually derailed our title season last season. And man is still saying that this season isn't really, different. You're telling me you're not feeling something different? When 3 teams that derailed your season last season made you drop points and gave Liverpool the title last season, you're not really looking at it as, oh, okay, this is actually so good. If you don't believe that these 3 teams here actually have a hand in that, good. Look no further. Crystal Palace, here we go. You knew what Crystal Palace did to us last season. I mean, I shouldn't even say that. Bro, that is 4 teams I've just mentioned that derailed our season last season, that we've actually punished this season. And man will sit back on a chair and a microphone and tell me that this season we've been there. No, we've not been there. I'm sorry, I'm not there with you. I've not been there. Bro, 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, I look at our bench. Do you know what is in our bench? When Odegaard gets injured, do you know what's in our bench? Fabio Vieira. That's what I see in our bench. That is what I see in our bench. Yeah, 2 seasons ago when we're going for this title. Yeah, that's what I saw. You know what? Yeah, look no further. Yeah, look no further. You want a defender to come in place of Saliba. Yeah, just Saliba that got injured 2 seasons ago, and our season just went downhill from there. Yeah, and then do you know who we're bringing out? You can do the honors, bro. Who are we bringing out as backup?
Mosquera.
Bro, was Mosquera here 2 seasons ago?
No. Oh,
Kivio. We're bringing Kivio. Bro, we're bringing all these clowns. We're bringing all these half-wits. We're bringing clowns and jesters into the game. Bro, 3 seasons ago, Rob Holding was still here. When Saliba went downhill, Rob Holding, bro, we have all these clowns as defenders in our team. Bro, but now look at this season, and that's what I'm trying to tell people now. There's a difference with how the season looks like. We're not just only winning games the ugly way and getting this point the way we should be getting them, ugly. That's how it should be, because we've played pretty football and we can't win. We didn't win no trophies. There's no gain in playing all this pretty football and not having 3 points at the end of the day. And you know what? Yeah, I look at my bench. I saw Martin Odegaard earlier this season playing a game against West Ham. And do you know what? Martin Zubimendi was starting from the bench. Let that sink in. A player you brought in for nearly about £60 million is actually seated on the bench as part of your resource from the bench to come in. And Odegaard was actually playing in that game against West Ham. Man came to replace Odegaard when Odegaard was injured. When was the last time you had, tell me that the season is not different. When was the last time you looked to your bench for resources to come in and help you out, bro? We have not been down this road before. I'm sorry. We have not been down this road before. This is a totally different bench I'm seeing, bro. We have a solid bench, my bro. You know what? Yeah, Max Doman was our best player in the preseason games. How many games have Max Doman actually played this season? Even in the Premiership, how many games? The only game I could remember he played was against Leeds. I can't really remember. And that was our best player in preseason.
Yep.
That should tell you how big our depth is. That should tell you what Andre Beta did to this football club just by going and recruiting just the nice way. I mean, just the nice way. Go, do your transfer dealings quick, easy, and and allow whomever is the manager is down there to work with those players. And you know what? Yeah, I'm also tired. Not before I relinquish the mic. I am very, 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 very tired of always hearing Mikel Arteta all the time. I want to say this. Whenever I'm having conversation with my Gunner friends, everyone is always talking about Mikel Arteta. And you know what? Yeah, Arteta is not the owner of Arsenal Football Club. Arteta is not bigger than the fan base. Arteta is not bigger than everyone who actually put their time and their emotions in contributing to the Arsenal. So let's remove that out of the play. Yeah. This manager, if he doesn't win anything, if he doesn't win a title, a credible title this season with Arsenal, man is gone. Because everyone can actually recognize that Arsenal finally have gotten a team that can actually win titles. Bro, no one is actually saying that we don't have winners in the team no more. Before it used to be, oh, Arsenal are pushovers, Arsenal are weak. Bro, we have a team right now, we have players right now that could bully you the same way you could actually try to bully them. Rice is a brute, yeah? Nkapi is a brute, yeah? Gabriel, physical presence. Saliba is a brute. Bro, we don't just have leaders, yeah? We also have silent leaders. That's leaders that are not maybe just physical in nature, vocal enough, your traditional leaders, but leaders that want to speak on the pitch.
Tony, you would be accused of being too positive, though, if you're speaking in this manner. And you saying all of this will probably, some people will probably go elsewhere and listen to the likes of Terry Flewers, who's saying Arsenal are scary. Saeed saying Arsenal the best team in the world. These guys will go over there. They will go over there and
I mean, you're speaking the truth. You're speaking the truth. Terry Flowers can actually say, you know what? Yeah, Arsenal is the best team in the world, and we have Gunner fans flock there and watch these things and enjoy it. Yeah, but we Arsenal fans, yeah, we can't even enjoy your goddamn win. And these people have brainwashed us here I mean, we can't even say, oh, we actually enjoy winning. No more. But someone like Mont would big back shout out to Mont, yeah, great guy, yeah, would actually do Arsenal watch alongs, man. And man, we get views. Trailer Park Saeed recently just got to 200k subscribers. Do you think that's only Man United fans?
Matisse,
that's Arsenal fans.
Matisse is
that's Arsenal fans. Bro, the things we ought to say when we win games, we're not saying them. So when these guys come in, when they pop in, they say, "Oh, what nonsense is this guy talking about?" Or you just won, and then you're hating on the players that just won. Come on, man! I'm going to somewhere that will cater for my emotional needs, bro. People in YouTube, most of them are broken. They need people to actually sometimes just say as it is, in a way, maybe not overhype it the way that Trailer Park Saeed or Terry Flowers does it, but they find those spaces as their home. They believe, bro, Terry Flowers is actually doing a good job in telling these Arsenal fans, yeah, that you have the best team in the world. You could literally take over the world. That's what Terry Flowers is telling this guy. I mean, I won't go as far as saying that anyway, but I mean, when they win, he's actually saying, you won. How
But if you
about
say
that for a
that,
change?
but if you say if you're happy and you're,
But if you say that, I mean, people come for me. I mean, come on. Even within my own clique, they'll say, "Oh, bro, what are you talking, bro? You know, come on, man." But we have Terry Flowers saying these things. Man is getting views. Trailer Park Saeed saying these things. Arsenal is the best in the world. Arsenal will win the league. His own team is just probably maybe less than 5 points away from us. But man has already said Arsenal is going to win the league. His team is literally maybe like 5 points or six, maybe six points away from us.
United,
Yeah, and he has already said Arsenal is winning the title. So what are we saying? Big ups to my OG Olajide Oluwa, holla, bro. Big ups to you, Olajide Oluwa. How you doing, my bro? Bro, bro, look no further. Matisse, the Chelsea fan. I mean, it's good we call out these people sometimes, bro. Yeah, and I know no one has chest to do it in this community apart from you. BBK Sports said it on one of the shows too. You know, yeah, they said it. But I'll have the chest to say it. Yeah, Matisse has been doing Arsenal content, bro. How about that? Man has been doing Arsenal content, bro. I know people like Yasser TV who stay true to themselves and stay true to the rivalry that they have. You will never see Yasser TV doing an Arsenal watch along, bro. I don't know if you know Yasser TV.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
You know Yasser, bro. Man stays true. Man stays true to himself, and that's why I like the guy as a Chelsea fan, the great guy. You know, you will never man wants that smoke. He wants that rivalry with Arsenal. You would never see him, oh, Arsenal's going to win the top. Bro, come on, bro. Matisse is down there doing Arsenal contents, bro. Yeah? Pandering to our fans. And then when we score goals, he say, oh, Connor Kick FC. But you literally shining light to one of the ammunitions that Arsenal has actually got. So you get the views. People will flock to your channels. Arsenal fans will actually flock down there. You know, so I have to evolve with the time too. If Arsenal is doing something great, I have to say, hey, we're good. We're doing something unique. We're doing something great. You can apply the brakes a little bit, but this season, I don't think we have to apply any brakes this season. We're looking good. We're winning games ugly. We have a defense that's not conceding goals. We have a whole depth, a whole army in our defense. And you know what? Yeah, if we're not scoring to open play goals, we have some sort of weapon of mass destruction. Yeah, Connor Kick FC. How about that? We have that going on for us, so we can actually tap into that. Big up to Oregon Gunnin, and we're looking good, bro. Arsenal is in the EFL quarterfinals. I wanted Chelsea. I just wanted to, it's been a long time. I've actually smashed up Chelsea Football Club in a competitive cup game. I just wanted to be Chelsea. And they are very, very susceptible right now. If it's not Estavio helping them out or bailing them out these days, it might be Garnacho scoring goals for them. It's laughable. These guys have Tosin. These guys have Tosin spearheading their defense. Come on, man, this is laughable, bro. This is what I want. I want to play with these clowns. Bro, Chalobah. These guys are not even full-fledged. Bro, these mans are not even internationals in their own respective country. Bro, this is a clown show. Arsenal is going to smash up all these teams this season, bro. I'm not going to reserve. Bro, I'm not going to reserve anything because this is a season of difference. We are going to smash up all these clowns. And the biggest clowns I'm waiting for this season is these clowns in Europe. Because I don't respect any of all these teams in Europe, bro. This season in Europe, bro, Arsenal might get into that final with Bayern Munich. To be very sincere with you, the only teams I respect in Europe right now as a team, is Inter Milan and Bayern Munich. Those are the only two teams that on a good day could actually dish us a good footballing lesson and actually win. Those are the only two teams. And even at that, they would have to play against us. Those are the only teams. Every other team in Europe, bro, correct. We're better than all these teams. Bro, they're clowns. Can't you see Atletico Madrid, what we did to them? The whole Diego Simeone, European royalty like him. Did you see what we did to man? Man, we got man blaming the grass and blaming the showers, bro. Do you know what it means to actually to actually make someone, yeah, as strong as still like Diego Simeone, to actually blame the grass and blame the showers? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Are you serious? This is what we're doing to these teams this season. Oh, Yasa TV is actually in my chat. Big ups. I never knew he was here. Big up to Yasa TV. Oregon Bruno is also in the chat. Paul Forward Bruno is also in the chat. Big up to this legend. Big up people.
But in saying this, yeah, we still are in the group stages. And we know, like, after the group stages, yeah, anything's possible, yeah. But in terms of, like, the league and stuff like that, yeah, and I need to go back to this point again, yeah. Is it too early to be saying to anyone that Arsenal are winning the league? Because I'm very cautious with what I say in terms of winning the league. I need to see more, 15 games, 20 games, you know, Liverpool dropping points, City dropping points, you know, Chelsea not there. I need to see that before I can start to believe. I believe we're one of the best teams in the league right now. I believe that every team we play against in the league, I don't believe that we're going to lose to right now. I believe we're going to lose to literally any team in the league. I know we've got Spurs coming up, which, you know, the derby games can be a little bit iffy because, you know...
Bro, derby? Crystal Palace is a derby. Fulham is a derby. Bro, we're going to smoke up all these clown teams, bro. Do you really think... Bro... Tottenham got smoked out by Newcastle just yesterday, bro. Bro, all these teams are practicing. These are clowns. And you know what, yeah? I mean, they were all talking about Liverpool. They're going to win the title, yeah? They're going to win the title, yeah? Look at them. Look at the team. I was telling you that you can't trust this Liverpool team. You can't trust this man there. You can't trust them. How are you sure that Vert is going to come in and hit the ground running? But, I mean, of course, some of these fans, yeah, they all like all this kind of like YouTube tacticals, yeah, that come up with drawing boards, just like Amorim used to use at Manchester United. I mean, they all like these tacticals that will be using soccer boards to actually push tactics. That's what they always like, yeah? All this fake life. I mean, all these guys are liars. These are liars. These are pranksters, bro. Arsenal is top of the league. You know what? Yeah, and see, yeah, these guys have no shame. Most of these rivals, they have no shame. Arsenal is already top of the league. They've already seen that their narrative about Liverpool is already dying out, and it's dying out fast. I mean, within our eyes, we've seen 4 back-to-back Premiership losses for Liverpool this season. We've just seen them taken out by Crystal Palace in the EFL Cup. And of course, these guys are smart. Yeah, these YouTube tacticals. They're very, very smart. They've seen that, oh, this Liverpool thing is a farce. It's a facade. I mean, it's now a literal joke. Man, I'm actually trying to figure out if they could actually sack their manager and, you know, get some certain kind of composure now to actually even qualify for the Europa League. I mean, I heard it, but some certain rivals, yeah. Some certain rivals are crazy, yeah? And even some of our own Arsenal fans. Man started telling me after Manchester City started winning 3 games or putting 2 games together, started saying that Man City is gonna challenge Arsenal. I mean, and probably BBK Sports have actually said that. He shamelessly talked about Manchester City. I mean, and I told my brother, yeah, he did. On our show, he did. That's why I can't wait to have my show with him this week.
He did say, though, that they can't win the league without Rodri. He did say that because I've been back and forth with BBK about that as well. And, you know, Onome is so funny. Yeah? Onome texted me the other day and he goes, oh, Liverpool, they've lost again. They've lost like how many games in a row? And then quiet when they lost to Villa. Silence, didn't hear anything from him.
Yeah, you'll never see him. Yeah. That's how he does. Sometimes he just completely disappears. He's one of those guys that if he doesn't take losses, like in a good way. Yeah, he doesn't take losses in a good way. But when they're winning, oh, you see him, it's all over the place. But Onome is a good guy, though. You know?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You know, when they win, it's all over the place like 50 Cent. But you know, when they lose, man just goes and hides in a cave. You know, but again, it's all
like
good.
this brother, like this
You know,
brother
so
here, Nems, the Liverpool fan. Been
yeah,
hiding.
Nems, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I mean, this Liverpool, they are in the dust. Yeah, they're in the mud, they're in the gutters. But the biggest one is, you know, some of these fan bases, yeah, telling us that Man City is gonna come and fight for the, you know, title against us, only for them to go lose against Aston Villa at Villa Park. And they're just looking for an excuse, and they're like, oh, Man City, we don't think they can compete no more. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think that Manchester United will actually go for the title against us, just to give an excuse so that Arsenal, so that they won't say that Arsenal is gonna win the title, so that they would say that Arsenal's gonna bottle it. Right now, they're not even talking of Man City no more. That Liverpool narrative is already completely banged up and dead. Right now, this man's here are literally talking about Manchester United staging a comeback and challenging Arsenal for the title this season. I mean, do you see how ridiculous the agenda is over Arsenal? Do you see how laughable these narratives are? Yeah. Now, I mean, they've completely forgotten about Liverpool. I mean, after that loss against Aston Villa, many of them are now quiet. They've grown cold on Man City. Suddenly, they are now talking of Manchester United staging a comeback and actually wrestling the title with Arsenal. But it's laughable, and that's why I want Arsenal to go on to win the start of the season, because these man's are liars. These are liars. These are clowns. These are liars, bro. See, this season we are going to win this league. There's no questions about that. No questions asked. What I'm even looking at ahead right now is if Arsenal could actually win a treble this season, bro. Let's talk about it. What for done? What I'm actually looking at this season is maybe Arsenal might win a treble. This people, I'm not doing this for clickbait. I'm not doing this for you to, you know, to kind of like love the Waffle Don channel very much or love the Tony Club. Bro, I believe it. I put my neck on the line, bro. Arsenal might see, bro. It's increasingly possible, yeah. Apart from Opta and this computers and this supercomputers, yeah, talking about Arsenal winning the league and winning all this stuff, yeah, bro. I literally think that we could, bro. I am the winner. Aces. I am the winner. I mean, you need to go see the just pause yesterday. Man is crying, bro. Bro, can't you see that all our rivals, they're all crying. They're literally crying right now. Liverpool in tears. Don Hussam can't believe what he's seeing. Man is crying in streams these days. Is holding, bro, man is holding all these shows all together. I mean, man is scampered. Judge Mo can't even believe what he's seeing, you know, but he's just, you know, Judge Mo has a heart. So, you know, he keeps going, you know, he just keeps going like that, you know. But man can't believe what is going on. Months can't even believe it. That Arsenal is top of the league after them leading by 5 points this season with 100% record. And man, they can't even touch there. They're not, bro, these mans can't even get top 4 this season, bro. These mans are tired, bro. They're flabbergasted, they're shocked, they're gobsmacked that this is our position this season. Yeah, all these people, all these guys, bro, they're shocked, they're shook. Mans are shook. They can't believe what he's seeing. We are the winner. I mean, see, Waffle done, yeah. Forget all these stories. I mean, herald your team, support your team right now, bro. Bro, you don't have to be on the. I know you're almost like a politician. You're almost like a politician, bro. I mean, I'll tell you the same thing I've told BBK. Don't be on the fence on this one. We're winning this title.
No, but you said treble. You mentioned a treble. That's gone.
Bro, Arsenal just went into the EFL quarterfinals, bro. Bro, are you not seeing the bigger picture that I'm seeing right now? Are you not seeing the bigger picture? Arsenal is in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. Arsenal is top of the league in the Premier League right now. Bro, Arsenal might literally wrap up this league title by March. Do you know why? I'm not seeing any shooters in the yard. I mean, you know what, yeah, when you come to an area, yeah, and you're a captain, I'm not trying to bring any allusion to your guy Capo. I'm just saying, when you're a Capon, you're a Capo. When you are the Capo in an area, yeah, and you see all your other couples being murdered, in a spree by your guys, yeah, and then you become the king of the area and you don't see any more shooters around. I mean, you just have to sit down, relax, take your turn, and just enjoy the ride, because all your old rivals have all been shut down. And you know what? Yeah, let's completely bury this Manchester City thing here. We have Erling Haaland that has scored almost entirely half or more than half of Manchester City's goals this season. Man has played in the internationals. He scored lots of goals in the internationals. He's putting a big time effort in the internationals. That's why players like Odegaard are down and out, because two of them have been putting lots of effort internationally, and that's why he's down. Haaland might meet his Waterloo. Now, man played in the summer in the Club World Cup, consistently being used in the internationals. Now being ultimately is carrying that Manchester City team, scored more than half of their goals this season. He's looking good right now. But what happens when something happens and he's not on point in a game like Aston Villa? What happens when he's not on point with a game against Brentford? What happens when that Liverpool game is approaching and man can't even score? And suddenly you're now seeing City 6-7 points away. Bro, they're already 6 points away from Arsenal, maybe like 11 points away. If Arsenal rakes up nearly up to 10, 11 points away by January, away from these rivals, bro, by January, bro, it's the end. By March, without this title.
Can I say this,
easy
though?
peasy.
Can I say this, though? We've seen this before, haven't we, Tony? We've been here before, haven't we? Where we've been 9-10 points ahead of Man City before. Yeah, what needs to change, and this is from a statistical approach. Yeah, what needs to change this season? We was 9 points ahead of and it was that one game against Liverpool where everything changed. Remember, we went Anfield and Xhaka riled up the fans, and we were 2-0 up, and they came back to 2-2. What needs to change this season for us to go on and win this league?
Number one, I just think that number one, it's Mikel Arteta. Number two, Mikel Arteta. Number three, Mikel Arteta. That's all. That is the only excuse that could blow our title dreams up in smoke this season. It's the only one. Bro, see, not even top. Big up to Tony Neri. That's another legend in the charts. Tony Neri, Blackbird to Aces, Paul for Blue Notes. Big up to these people. Oregon Gunner, another legend in the charts.
Small Leaf gang.
See, bro, where were we? What topic were we?
We were talking about literally Arsenal. Where can we win the league, like from past years where we've been 9 points ahead, and sometimes it just takes one game. Yeah. Sometimes it takes one game and the mentality goes like
and the mentality is gone. Yeah, and I told you that it's Mikel Arteta.
Yeah,
he's the only one that can literally derail the season. That's pure fact.
Do you have a concern about that though this season though? Do you have a concern about that, or do you think he's learned this season? Because we can sit here and talk about we think he's learned and stuff, but the proof is in the pudding, right? We have to see that season. The fact is this,
no one can dispute that Arsenal doesn't have a team that could literally win titles. This is the thing. No one can actually say we don't have the resources to win. Before, it was more of a topic of we don't have the resources to actually go on and win. So when we have players like Saliba or Gabriel go out the window with injuries, we don't have the necessary backups to help them out. That used to be one of the complaints we usually used to have. And this season, that's no more because of the depth we have in the team. And not just depth or a big squad per se. We have quality in that big squad. There's no way you can look into our squad right now and tell me that Merino off the bench isn't something good. That Max Doman from the bench isn't good. That Waneri in the bench isn't really good. That someone like I mean, bro, Nkapi, Mosquera off the bench, Benjamin White off the bench, Maslow with Skelly or Ricardo Calafiori off the bench, bro. In multiple positions, we have quality players.
But in saying that, though, I understand what you're saying. That, but do you feel though that some positions, if there's an injury, say for example, Rice gets injured, do you think that midfield still remains intact? If Saka gets injured, obviously we can bring Madueke. If Gyökeres gets injured, who's going to facilitate those positions?
Kai Havertz. I mean, last time I checked, Kai Havertz is still a part and parcel of Arsenal. He's still being paid by this football club. And again, even if we like to tarnish his image in the public, we like to look down on him. Man was our highest goal scoring striker last season. So, if maybe he's still nursing the ambitions of actually being in this football club or being in this team, man knows that he's already wasted almost the first half of the season. Man knows deep within himself that he's got a chance to actually gazump Gyökeres in this team. Because to be very sincere with you, Gyökeres hasn't really fired up on all cylinders in it. He hasn't really fired up on all cylinders in it. He's gotten some certain kind of goals, but Kai Havertz will be looking at Gyökeres now and say, you know what, maybe, just
but
maybe.
Is that not healthy though? Is that not healthy competition?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, definitely. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying he can do it. But I mean, when you're looking at Gyökeres right now, you would say, you know what, I could actually put my best in and actually get a couple of goals and turn the manager's head and make him start using me. Come on, man. I mean, Gyökeres' numbers isn't enviable, innit? The numbers he's doing now is actually Kai Havertz numbers. He's not really doing Haaland numbers, right? So Kai Havertz can still come out and say, you know what, I want to compete for this position right now. I want to compete. And things would just be turned on its head and we can just see a different kind of thing. Bro, do not dispute what competition can bring to this team. I've seen competition with this guy, Mosquera. You see Mosquera? Bro, in the next 2 seasons, that guy could be manning this Arsenal defense while Arsenal ships Saliba to Real Madrid. Bro, I don't mean for that to come out harshly, but seriously, the competition is fierce in that defensive area right now. Bro, look at Nkapi. Bro, Nkapi is looking good. I mean, look at the touches, look at the balance, look at the aura, look at the stance, look at that, bro. I mean, you cannot think you can't fathom if this guy was really bought for Isa. Bro, it's a steal. Mosquera is a steal. And you're wondering why didn't the Madrids and the Barcelonas of the world, why weren't they alert at a player like Mosquera? Man has just come in, starts in that Arsenal centre-back position, and made us ask questions. If Saliba is not really fit, I can actually say Mosquera can be there. I mean, he inspires confidence. He might not really be that kind of guy with that big, huge physical presence, but he's tall enough to inspire fear. And it's good aerially. His recovery, oh God, you know how many recoveries, how many interceptions he had in that game against Brighton. I mean, man is a beast. Not maybe a physical one, but technically he's a gifted player. And it's that kind of player that you can ship around all across that defensive setup. He plays in that centre-back naturally as his natural position. He could actually lean back towards being a fullback in that right-back area. Mind you, he also played in right-back for Arsenal this season when Arteta shuffled the deck. Man can even play in that left-back position. Bro, Arteta has tried it already, bro. He's played everywhere. We've seen it. Bro, This is what we're talking about. So we have to look into the perspectives. I think Arsenal has a broad depth of players this season. Our bench looks a little bit okay. If you can call on your bench and they come in and they give you and they give you 2-0 over Brighton, that's a full-fledged Premiership team in an EFL a fourth-round game. I mean, the bench isn't really that bad, isn't it? And Max Doman was our best player in preseason, and man can't even get games. Yeah. That's how I don't want to say that's how good, but that's how competitive it is to get into this Arsenal team.
And that's what I want to hear. But anyway, I want to talk about the Burnley game quickly. Yeah. Now, I don't know. You probably just going to just write it off as an Arsenal win, but I don't see it as that. You know, I saw Liverpool go there and struggle. Liverpool went there and struggled. Remember, we've not played an away game for a while now. I think the last away game was Newcastle, I believe, isn't it? Is that the last
away game we played? No, it was Fulham.
Fulham. Yeah, sorry, Fulham. Do you see this game being tough at all, or do you see any kind of, because Burnley, obviously they're relegation fodder, but you can see in their results that they can score goals. They defended quite well against Liverpool until that bozo put his hand up and gave them the penalty and the 3 points. Yeah. Can you see a similar type of game? Us going there, low block, defensive stance, because it wasn't a low block that they played last time. It was defensive. They just went all out defense. Tried to break, but they weren't getting nowhere. Do you see a similar type of game when we play them on Saturday?
See, going to Tough Moor on its own. I mean, in that stadium, they have that giant killer, that giant killer aura in that stadium in Tough Moor. So going to Burnley on its own, yeah. I mean, you can look down on that Burnley team, yeah. Come on, man. You actually have the right to actually look down on that Burnley team. I mean, there's a team that. No. Listen to what I said. I said you can actually look down on that Burnley team based on their position in the table. They're 16th in the table. I'm not saying this is my stand. I'm just saying for a neutral who's looking at the game, from the outside. Yeah. 16th in the table. They've only gotten about 10 points. They've scored about 12 goals. Yeah. And they've conceded 17 goals this season. That's the third worst defensive side in the league. So they concede goals. Their defense is rubbish. So this is the thing, yeah. This season, expect teams to come and play in a low block with Arsenal, because that's the only efficient way to actually get points from Arsenal. It's by stifling them. It's by sitting back, keeping that low block, that compact defense. I mean, that's the way to get points away from Arsenal. That's a proven way. If you come out and go man to man with this Arsenal team, they're going to cut you open. I mean, look at Atletico Madrid. Do you think these guys are clones, total clones, that they won't look at what happened to Atletico Madrid? When you decide to come out and play tiki-taka with Arsenal, Arsenal will punish you. That's exactly what Atletico Madrid did. Will punish them. That's what Leeds did. They lost ambition to actually keep a low block, but to still come out freely and still attack us in a way. And I mean, you saw what happened to them. I mean, it's clear as night and day. You can't come out and play the Arsenal like that, because we have the weapons to actually go with you bar for bar, player for player, and attack for attack. But the thing is that this season, yeah, we've been gazumped by these teams trying to play a low block. The same way Liverpool are complaining, which is the manager per se, has been complaining that, oh, teams have actually devised new means of actually beating us. I mean, to the public, yeah, it's all laughable excuses, but it's true in a way that Liverpool have faced almost nearly up to 200 long throws in almost like 9 games. People, the revolution is real. Like it's real. This is how they play Liverpool. I mean, they're being bombarded by long balls. They're being bombarded by, just hit and run kind of football that they can't really cope with what is really going on. The way teams played against Liverpool last season isn't the way they're playing with Liverpool this season. But with Arsenal, it's always a consistent thing. Keep a low block with Arsenal, and you stand a chance to actually get something. I think Burnley, we have no other option than to want to keep a low block against the Arsenal. Of course, they will, and again, yeah, these teams, their managers, they read the room. Do you think these managers are dons? They know what they're doing. Burnley would read the room. They would say, we can't go attacking Arsenal. We can't do it, definitely. They're not going to be doing that, yeah. So they're not going to be attacking us. They would rather make it steely at the back, make it compact at the back, and hit us on the counter attack. They do have fast-paced players that could still, get one or two things in a counter attack and in transitions, in spells, but it's not literally that kind of team that would really, really, really concern Arsenal with their style of play, attacking wise. So it will be the best bet for them when they read the room to just keep that low block. But the good thing this season is that Arsenal have also devised means on how to unlock and open up this low block teams, and that's why players like Eze, Bukayo Saka, and I mean, at the start of the season, Gabriel Martinelli. I mean, we also have to. I banned his name on my channel, yeah, but he's now coming back to my good books. Yeah. I banned him on my channel, but I mean, the mention of his name on my channel, because of how stanky he was. But I mean, he is, and this is the thing, yeah. When players do quite well, you have to chime in on that. You have to highlight that rather than just allowing maybe your bias for what he has done just engulf everything you do. So he has changed. Is that kind of player you could bring in? I'm actually liking this thing about bringing Trossard in the starting of the game, do whatever you want to do, and allow Martinelli come, in the second half to just set those tired legs running all over again and tire them more further. And in that case, you actually tire the defenses and open up the game quite well. While Victor Gyökeres will be holding off 2 to 3 centre backs. I mean, see, we're going to win. It's not going to be easy again because all these teams want to just do to the Arsenal is to keep a low block and hit us on the counter attack. I mean, it's quite simple. There's no big tactics to this thing here. It's just very simple. Keep a low block, attack Arsenal in transitions, get quick transitions and attack Arsenal in counter attacks. That's what they're just going to do. They're going to read the room, and Arsenal will be too big, too smart, and of course we're coming down there ready to increase our pressure on the top of the table. And I don't think Burnley is going to derail it even at tough more. I mean, we're the bigger team. We have the bigger stars. We have the bigger players. I'm not saying look down on them, but I mean, you can only give these teams credence to what they've done already. And what they've done already, they've only scored 12 goals, and that's very, very underwhelming in 9 games. And they've actually conceded 17 goals. So they have conceded more goals than they've actually scored in 9 games.
That's as much goals as Chelsea and Man City have scored. So they've conceded as much goals as Chelsea and Man City have actually scored this season in the Premier League.
Yeah. Poor team. Do you think they're going to win Arsenal? Do you think they're going to win Arsenal? No, I mean, let's start calling a spade a spade.
No, I don't think they're going to beat us, but there's always that one team. Can you remember that Forest last season when they came to Anfield? And no one expected them to get the result, and they won 1-0. No one expected... Well, we expected Liverpool to beat Burnley, but some games are funny in the Premier League because Liverpool, they should have drawn that game against Burnley. Let's be fair. When that guy jumped up and done that,
Yeah,
they should have drawn that game. So games like this, we have to win. I don't want to hear about, 90th minute and it's 0-0 and they're defending for their lives. I think we have to put the sword, down.
down. Yeah,
It needs to be like foot on the neck. Gyökeres, I need to see more from him, to be honest. Yeah, these are the type of games he should be stat padding against. I think, in my opinion, I think he needs to be scoring more goals
against this kind of teams, isn't it?
Against these type of teams. If we want to win the league and have these achievements, these are the teams we shouldn't be thinking about. It'd be like 3 points. We should be like 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. So definitely 3 points. Let's just talk about Arteta quickly, because I know we touched on him earlier, but we didn't really go into it. This is for my audience as well, because a lot of you guys, and I know my audience, a lot of my audience are Arteta outs and all that kind of stuff. I can be an Arteta out guy, but still, I'm still going to give him his credit so far this season. Especially the Brighton game. He's having this knack now where he's making the right substitutions roughly around the right time.
Roughly around the right time.
He gave a new guy that forwards. He gave him an opportunity to start. I thought that was a really nice, because I thought Gyökeres was going to start, or Marino was going to start as a striker, and he didn't look too bad. Dalman started yesterday. Ethan started yesterday. I know there's people that probably want to see Ethan a lot more, but I think Ethan's going to get his moment. But can you see? Ethan has talent, but you can see that he's not quite there yet. He gave the ball away a few times in the game and stuff like that. So what we don't see, the manager sees, isn't it? Maybe in training and stuff like that. So I'm saying to myself, at this moment, Arteta's doing what he needs to do right now. And you know what? I know a lot of people don't like. A lot of people are easy. It's easy to criticize, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And harder to praise, isn't it? But so far this season, I'm going to give Arteta his flowers, man. Do you know what I mean? He's doing the right things, and you know what? As long as I don't have to cuss him, he's doing his business, bro. He's doing what he needs to do. What would you say about that?
Exactly. No, I mean, you've just hit the. I mean, you've hit the. You've hit the nail on the head. I mean, he's doing what he's meant to do, and which is why he's one of the most handsomely paid sportsmen in the world. Man is raking in big time money, millions of pounds, my brother. So he has to deliver. And mind you, this season, it has to win a major trophy, man. I mean, he has to win a major trophy. And again, I do know he feels the pressure. He feels the pressure. And again, the pressure doubles down when you've been given a team to literally win a big major trophy. I mean, there is no more excuses. There's no more hiding place. In big time media, they all know this, that Arsenal now has a full-time squad to go in and win titles. They all know this. I know this. You know this. There's no excuses. Before, we had little couple of excuses. We didn't have a point man to actually score goals. We needed someone who would just sit down and just be in that 18-yard box in the 6-yard area and just score goals for us. We didn't really have that. We still had stanky players like Holden and maybe Kivior, in the heart of our defense when we had injuries. We didn't have competition for places here and there. But right now, those excuses are now totally off the table. We don't have those excuses no more. We now have a more padded resource at the back. What I mean by a more padded is that it's now more airtight. Right now, we have the best defense, and right now we have backups who are also.
What about our midfield?
Looking good too. So there's no excuse. He has to deliver this season. More pressure on him because we now have a team to win the title. There's no, I mean, he's doing what he's doing nicely right now because he now has the resources to actually cope. Maybe
So
before,
what about this comment?
the
What about this
players weren't
comment
really
here?
ready. But
What
right
about this
now,
comment here?
he has what it takes, even
What
from the
about this comment?
bench.
What
Cap
about this
says
comment here?
if he starts shoehorning Havertz and Odegaard back into the 11, won't win anything. No, no, no. I completely don't agree with that. I completely don't agree with that. See, and I keep saying this, we have a big squad. Let us flaunt it. See, we have to be ready, yeah, to reshuffle the deck. Even at the start of the season, yeah, to dispute this fact, or what Cap just said, we were always rotating at the start of the season, and we didn't get
Was it?
beat. We didn't lose games. We didn't lose games. We only lost a game to Liverpool, and that was a worldie that they scored with. That was a worldie that they scored with. Apart from that, we weren't really beaten. At the time, we weren't beaten by any team. But the thing there is that you need to rotate. Let's don't make this. Let's don't make this a gimmick right now. Yeah, we would have to rotate heavily this season. You have to brace up to that
Let's say
option.
can't play
Yeah,
every single game. You can't play every single game.
these players can't play every single game. Come on, man.
Rice can't
You
play every
have to
single game.
rotate. Odegaard will have to come. And it's not shoehorning, it's competition for places. That's not shoehorning. That's competition for places. Yeah. I'm not looking at Gyökeres right now and saying he's in the best place he can be. No, I don't think so. He needs a little bit of a nudge up there, just a little bit, pause. He needs, just a little bit of a push. Yeah. And if we have Kai Havertz actually coming in, maybe in the 75th minute, in the 80th minute, to kind of like just put that fire, under Gyökeres, he knows that there's competition. And something could just come out swinging at the end of the day. Even with Odegaard, people were always saying is our creative spark. Okay, let's bring back our creative spark, not just shoehorning him in there, yeah, but at times just kind of like reading the room and putting the player there that you feel can give us the best competitive edge against these teams. Because even Eze playing in that number 10,
He's not
he's
great.
not really, he's not even, it's good, but I'm not even really seeing 100% Eze. So let's don't even say that Eze has really been totally 100% or something. I'm just really seeing like 60%, 70% displays from him since he's been playing that number 10. How about more competition to actually bring out the best? I want to see 100% performances by the player.
But see, this is how I see it, Captain. I hear what you're saying, yeah, but I think both of these players bring different attributes. And
exactly to the team.
Eze's just got us 3 points, by the way. Yeah, that's massive. Yeah, even though he doesn't play well, Eze can produce some type of magical moment or some kind of clutch moment at times. Odegaard gives us something more different. He's more of a, I would say, Odegaard's more of a team player. He's more unselfish. He looks to might be the pre-assist or the assist guy. He doesn't shoot as much and stuff like that. But that game against Olympiacos, where we saw the real Odegaard from previous year, if he can bring that into the team, back into the Premier League, then we've got a crazy squad, bro. I'm telling you, we've got a crazy squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Be optimistic.
We don't have to look at it as shoehorning. We have to look at it like as competition for places and a bigger corpus of resources to tap into. All these players, and again, that was part of the reasons that derailed our season, where we kept using the same kind of 11 to actually play all these games, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and then the Premiership. It's too hard. These are players, these are human beings. I've played football before. I know how, how physically exerting this, this kind of things to just go through a whole season, and you have to run, you have to keep a pace, you have to also, there's lots of pressure on you to actually deliver. You need a whole corpus of players to bring in, and rightfully so with what you said. They bring different abilities to the team. And again, let's don't dispute the fact that before Odegaard went out injured, when he came back from injury the first time, we started seeing him picking those passes, finding Gyökeres here and there, just a little bit, just a little bit. We started seeing, transformation in his game before that second injury came and took him away. So, maybe if we get to that position where Odegaard is fully fit, maybe we can bring him in games. Although, if caps meant more of like totally removing the players that have been helping out there and just putting Odegaard there all the time, that's where I have a problem. Yeah. What I want is rotation, but in a more mature way, in a more winner-friendly, mentality-driven way. That will make sure that everyone is involved, that everyone's hands on deck.
Your 10 shouldn't be running around making tackles anyway. Your 10 should be like the one on the ball, being gracefully looking for passes, looking for that forward pass, looking to shoot, in the center. If your 10 is doing that, then something's not right. They don't.
Yeah, then something's not right. Yeah, exactly. And again, Gyökeres needs. I mean, we can talk all about Odegaard. I can hear that for Odegaard, but I mean, Gyökeres needs some certain form of push. I mean, do you agree to that?
100%. We'll have to talk about
come on, man. Hey. Even bringing Havertz to that conversation is even a big error, because we need Gyökeres to score goals. And in doing that, the only thing we can do, because we cannot go to the transfer window and bring in a striker now, that's done. Yeah, that's done. So we need to use what we have right now and actually make good use of what we have right now to put competition, on Gyökeres' doorsteps right now. So Kai Havertz is literally the only guy that could do one or two things down there. So it's a must. We need to bring in Kai Havertz to play some added minutes and see what he can do too. Because right now, that number 9 spot, it's open for anyone. Even Gabriel Jesus can come in and take that position, bro. Because man is now getting injury-free now. I heard he might be coming back around December. I mean, if he comes in and he's scoring goals, I mean, bro, I want to win the title. I'm not here to be friendly with players. Bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not here to be, to hold hands and run to the sunset with Gyökeres. No, that's not what I'm doing here. I want to win a goddamn title. So I'm completely shameless with how Mikel Arteta might want to shuffle the deck. I agree to rotation, but rotate in a more mentality-driven way that will give the team a competitive edge. And I'm okay for that. I'm totally okay with that.
100%. Have you got anything coming up, Tony? Sorry to interrupt you. Have you got
anything because I have a show that should have started 4 minutes ago, but you're the one who done, so I'm not going to throw you away. You know that, right?
No. So I'll redirect you.
I have a show with Mark. Mark right now. Yeah, the Red Divide. People come follow me. I mean, Mark. Talking about top Gooners and top Man United fans. Yeah, I mean, Mark is a top Man United fan. I mean, let's get that serious. Man has started already talking about, Arsenal, about Man United launching a big title ambition, bro. Man is talking reckless, bro. So I have to put him in his place in the show. It will be coming up in the next 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm going to redirect to you guys. So listen, guys, we're going to redirect to Tony's channel. Mark FUFC, Big Trini, big up to my Caribbean people in the place as well. We're going to go over to there now. Listen, if you're not ready for the war yet, then I'm telling you, you won't be prepared for this, because it's Man United versus Arsenal. Are we bringing back the fight now? Are we bringing back that?
Yeah, we're bringing back that fight. We're bringing back that fight. I mean, he's literally seeing his team as a team that is on the comeback, and he thinks that they could literally challenge Arsenal. I'm all up for that smoke. It's okay. It's good. It's good to see Man United fans having chest.
2-3 games in their back. Yeah, bring the chest. But listen, people, we're going to wrap this one up, big up to Tony. First show, the Black Cannon.
For the Black Cannon.
Make sure you tune in next week, because hopefully we'll be doing another show as well. Big up to Caps and big up to everyone in the building. Too much to mention. I'm gonna let Tony go. Anyway, peace. We are out, people. Peace.
We are out. Peace. Peace, people.